been a good minute since I put a video up. Last time we talked, I was going to flatbed orientation to work for a flatbed company. Did that orientation, went through that orientation, everything was fine. Ended up only working there a week. They had me riding with a trainer afterwards, and the guy was a jerk. I didn't really get along with him. We didn't get many miles. And that might have just been that week, I don't know. But we didn't get many miles. Pay was good, it was 40 cents a mile. And that was loaded and unloaded. The issue was you didn't get any tarp or strapping pay. So that kind of, I mean, we were spending 3-4 hours a day tarping sometimes, so that's that money lost. You're not making any miles, so you're spending your time on your clock. So, you know, nothing against people that want to do flatbed. Go for it, you know. I mean, there's pros and cons, I guess. It wasn't for me though. So came back home. Was supposed to go out the next week with the trainer again. I called and told him, I said, you count me out, I'm leaving. No harm, no foul. They've even sent me stuff since then trying to get me to go back to work there. It wasn't for me. If you got any other questions about that, get with me, because I said that I was going to keep everybody updated and all that, and that kind of fell through. It just had a bunch going on. So, sorry about that. Anyway, came back home. I'm from Middle Georgia, right outside of Macon, about 45 minutes outside of Macon, Georgia. There was a company that hauled for a sporting goods store, or sporting goods distribution center, about 30 miles away from my house. My instructor in my CDL class had actually worked for these people, and she gave me the number. I called them. They haul for this sporting goods distribution center, but they also have a couple of other accounts with some construction places and that kind of thing. So called them. They had a really good setup. Their setup was everything left from that distribution center, and whenever you got a backhaul, it either came back to that terminal, their terminal, which is right by the distribution center, or close to it. And so basically, you know, you were only gone maybe 1 or 2 nights at a time. Then you would get to go home, do your 10. It ended up normally being probably about 18 hours. You got to go home. Then you go out on your next load. Even if it wasn't for the sporting goods store and it was for one of the different accounts, the setup really worked the same. So did that, got hired on with them, did my training with them, did that for about 6 months, and they offered me a day cab position, hauling for one of the other accounts, construction account with a big plant over in Macon. Basically said, the warehouse that we need you to pull from is in Cochran, and you live in Cochran, so just go ahead and take your truck home every day. Get started about 5, 6, 7 in the morning, whatever you got, you know, to do for that day. And I get home usually between 3 and 5 o'clock in the evening. I've had some late nights, but not too many. They switched me to hourly pay, and all this within 6-7 months of getting my CDL. So, and even when I was driving over the road, or over the road they call it, I was still home every other day. So don't think that just because you're a new driver, or because you just got your CDL, that you got to go to work for one of these big massive carriers like Swift or Schneider and be gone for a month at a time. They're using and abusing you, basically. There are smaller companies that have smaller setups and different kind of deals, and they'll work with you a lot of times. So you know, being a new driver, they worked with me. They really didn't advertise that they hired new drivers, you know, out of CDL school, but they did. It was an application process. I had to go in for an interview. It was nothing like, you know, these big carriers where you do everything on the phone and then bam, they stick you in a truck and you're gone. And a lot of times you hadn't even met anybody from there yet. So it's not like that. It is a little bit more, you know, of a homegrown setting. But at the same time, you're not just a truck number. You know, you call them. There's maybe 5 dispatchers in the office. You know, there's been ups and downs, and I'll get into that a little more. I mean, there's all kind of stuff that I want to catch up on. So, you know, just hang in there with me. I plan on doing a lot more videos, trying to get this channel going again. Just trying to get some of the questions answered that really aren't often answered. I know I had a ton of just really random off-the-wall questions when I got my CDL and was trying to figure out where to go and what to do and the best move to make, you know, with my family at home and all that kind of stuff. So just hang in there, and I'll be back with some more information every chance I get. Just stay tuned. If you got any questions, hit me up in the comments sections. Just, I mean, ask away basically, and I'll make videos answering any questions. One of my videos got like 300 and something views. Another one got not that many. But I think a lot of that had to do with I didn't put any more content. I made 2 videos and really didn't put any content on my channel after that. And you know, I don't think people were coming back. So you know, if you want, we can go through what I do on a day-to-day basis. I've been driving for about 1.5 years now, so yeah, we'll get into all that. Hang out, and I'll see you again soon.